friends, welcome to today's video. I am so excited because today is March 4th, and March 4th is Wild Eyes release day, and I thought this was a perfect opportunity to do a come to the bookstore with me / book haul video. Of course, I could not wait for Wild Side to come out. It is one of my most anticipated releases for this year, and I'm so excited. So of course I had to pick it up. I knew I was going to need to pick it up as soon as it came out, and I cannot wait to read it. But I thought it'd be fun to kind of like do a little haul of all the books that I got. I only got 3 books today when I went to the bookstore, but I did actually go to the bookstore this past weekend as well, and I had picked up quite a few books then as well because I haven't been book shopping in a while. I've been really good, but I decided I wanted to pick up some more books because there was a lot of books on my radar that I just really wanted to pick up. So I did quite a bit of shopping, and yeah, let's dive into all the books that I got. Okay, so obviously starting with the ones I got today, picked up Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I am so excited. Green is my favorite color aside from pink, and honestly this green is just such a beautiful green. I love the colors of the series. I love the cover, and also when I went to pick it up at Barnes & Noble, I was flipping through it, and tell me why is that not the cutest freaking cover art you have seen? And I don't think the other books didn't do that, so what a nice surprise because that was so cute. I'm so obsessed. This one follows 2 characters that we have seen in the other books, kind of like in snippets and stuff, but the main girl is Tabitha and the main guy is Reese, and I cannot wait to read their story. I cannot wait to get to this. So excited. I'm so excited for this one. The next book I got, I've been looking for everywhere, but I haven't been able to find it because it's been sold out, I think, everywhere. But I ended up going to a different Barnes that I went to on Saturday, and this one actually had it. So I was finally able to pick up Hannah Bonin Young's Out on a Limb. I've heard so many great things about this one. Lots of people are raving about it, and I think she just also released another one. I think it's also Out of something. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but I was looking for the first one because I obviously haven't read it yet, so I wanted to pick this one up. I've heard so many great things about this one, and from what I've heard, it's like a pregnancy trope, like one night stand pregnancy trope, and I recently read, well, I guess not recently, but I read Ready or Not by Cara Bastone, and I absolutely loved that one, so I'm hoping this is gonna give like similar vibes to that one because I absolutely love that one. Even though it was a pregnancy trope, I was very nervous about that, but I ended up really liking it, so I'm hoping this one hits the same way that one did. But like I said, I've heard really great things about this one, so I'm super excited to get to this one. And the third book I picked up today is The Love of My Afterlife by Christy Greenwood. I haven't heard a whole lot about this one, but it did come up on my Goodreads recently, and I was like, okay, that sounds cute. And when I was looking at it at Barnes & Noble, I saw that Ashley Poston had wrote a little snippet about it, and I was like, oh, I love Ashley Poston, and this is kind of giving me vibes to her Dead Romantics book, so I'm hoping this is going to be like a romance that has like a little bit of like a supernatural element to it. I'm really hoping that that's what this is going to be like because I really loved Ashley Poston's Dead Romantics. and I'm hoping this one's just gonna read very similarly to that. So I'm really excited for this. And also the cover is just so, the colors are just giving me life. Like the purple pink with the blue and the yellow, like this cover is stunning. So I'm really excited for this, and this is the third book I picked up. So those are all the books I picked up today, but like I said, I did do some book shopping this past weekend, so I'm gonna go over all the books I got this past weekend as well. So I feel like I got a good mix of like releases that have just come out and also just like books that have been on my radar that I just haven't had a chance to pick up. But this next one is actually a new release. It's First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I'm so excited for this. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I heard that it's supposed to be like a Sleepless in Seattle vibe, and I have only seen that movie once, but I remember it being kind of cute and like the concept of it all. But I think it's like he works at like a radio station and she calls in or something like that. Very Sleepless in Seattle, because I think that's exactly what happens. But I've heard this is so cute, and the cover match my outfit to my book situation. Like, are we joking? This is so cute. So I'm so excited for this. I hope it's cute. I've only read one other book by B.K. Borison, and it was I think it was Love Light Farms that I read. So I haven't read a different book by her, so I'm excited to kind of like get into another book that's not a holiday one. So yeah, I'm excited for this, and this is the fourth book I picked up. The next book I picked up is called Strange Sally Diamond by Liz Nugent. Oh my gosh, I really hope I'm saying that right. But this one, I don't know why I was looking in the thriller section as I do, and this one just like sounded interesting. But it was like, Sally Diamond, people are unpredictable and hard to reach. She has always preferred routines to spontaneity and silence to noise. Adopted at age 6, she cannot remember any details of her childhood before then. Now 43, Sally finds the truth coming into sharp focus when her past becomes headline news. She endured something unthinkable as a child, and now the entire world knows exactly who she is. Suddenly, Sally herself is in the spotlight. People everywhere are digging into her past, and Sally is learning things about herself and her family that she never knew before. Soon, a stranger sends her a familiar teddy bear in the mail, but why does she call her Mary? And why is her new neighbor so obsessed with her? Told from alternating perspectives of Sally in the present and a boy named Peter in the past, this is a novel that confronts the trauma of family secrets and explores one woman's brave decision to define herself and her future. I don't know. When I read the back of this, I was like, this sounds like it's going to be so good. So I had to pick it up. And Lisa Jewell, love her. She wrote like a little blurb on it and was like a truly incredible reading experience. I just had to pick it up. So I picked up this one, and I'm hoping it's really good. The next book I picked up was Kill for Me, Kill for You by Steve Kavanaugh. I know I had this one on my Goodreads want to read when it first came out, but I actually never picked it up. So now that it was in paperback, I was like, oh, I love a paperback thriller, so I thought I'd pick it up now. I actually don't know what this one's about. I know I really wanted to read it, though. Why does it not have... Why is there, like, no description of what this book is about? Am I crazy? It literally does not tell you what this book is about. Okay, well, I can't even tell you what this book is about because there isn't a section that tells me what the book is about. But it's a thriller. I've heard it was supposed to be really good, and I know that when it first came out, I really wanted to read it, so I picked it up. The next book I picked up is another Ali Hazelwood book, Deep End. I'm actually really nervous about this because I've heard so many mixed reviews about this book. Like, either you love it or you hate it. And I have heard that this one is more of her... I've heard this is her spiciest book so far, which, if spice isn't your thing, maybe don't pick this one up because I've heard it's pretty spicy. I don't know what this book is about. I think they're both like swimmers or something, and I think that's why it's called Deep End, but I picked it up because, I mean, I really like Ali Hazelwood's writing, and her books are great, and I'm hoping that this one isn't as bad as I've been hearing. But yeah, it says a competitive diver and an ace swimmer jump into forbidden waters in this steamy college romance. Also, the sides, the edges, the sprayed edges, these are so freaking cute. So obviously I had to pick it up too because of that. But yeah, I don't know. we'll see what this is about. I'm a little nervous, I gotta tell you, but I had to pick it up because it's Ali Hazelwood, so picked up this one. So the next book I picked up is Emily Henry's Funny Story. I waited until it came out in paperback because I have all the other ones in paperback, and I do not think romance books should be hardcover. I just don't. I don't like reading a romance if it's hardcover. I think I have one, and it's The Soulmate Equation by Kristen Lauren, and that's the only one I will ever own because I'm sorry, I need a paperback for a romance. I need a floppy paperback. So I waited for Funny Story to come out in paperback before I bought it. But I'm a little nervous because Emily Henry tends to be a hit or miss for me. But I really did enjoy Happy Place by her. I gave it a 4.5 star. I truly like that one. But I've heard a lot of people say that that book was very different from her other books. So I'm like, okay, is that why I liked it? Because it was like not her usual speed, I guess. So I'm a little nervous about this one, but love the side edge and the cover's cute, and I'm just excited. I hope it's good. I hope it's better than I'm expecting it to be. I've heard it gives like New Girl vibes, but I don't know. We will see. But I'm excited to get to this one. So, as I said, going book shopping this weekend was one to pick up a lot of anticipated releases that had just released, and one of them was Rebel Witch by Kristen Ciccarelli. I am so excited to continue this book. I also got the blue cover. I was so confused because I was like, I thought they were red. I think this is like just like a Barnes and Noble exclusive blue cover, but I'm not mad at it. It's still super freaking cute. And I'm so excited to finish this duology. The first book had me. I love the cat and mouse game. I love like the witch hunter and witch like vibes. Like the book was just giving, and I hope that this one just wraps everything very nicely, and I'm just so excited for this one. So I had to pick up this one because I could not wait to get to this one, and the cover's so cute, and I'm so excited. I think honestly this is the only fantasy book I picked up as well, but I'm so excited. The next book I got is, I think it's like a horror thriller vibe. I've heard it's kind of crazy, and I don't know what to expect, but I've heard it's kind of crazy. But it's called Wake Up and Open Your Eyes by Clay McLeod Chapman. But I'm so excited because I heard that this one's kind of crazy, and I don't know what to expect because I literally just picked it up because I've heard people say it was good and you need to read it, but also it's a crazy book. It literally says right here, a damn roller coaster of a novel, the kind that leaves you shaking and shrieking and smiling. Chapman takes all that's troubling our nation in the current day and somehow makes it all the more frightening. I don't know. I'm so excited for this. I hope it takes me through a ride. I hope it gives me spooks and chills and thrills. I don't know. But I'm so excited for this one. The next book I picked up is Nothing Ever Happens Here by Serafina Nova Glass. I hope I said her name correctly, but this one, I picked up the cover because I thought it was kind of cute, and then I read the back and I was like, oh. So it says, nothing ever happens here in small towns. When Shelby Dawson survives a harrowing attack that should have left her dead, she tries to move past it for herself and for her family. 15 months later, with the help of her best friend, Mackenzie, she finally feels safe again in the snowy Minnesota town she calls home. But when an anonymous note appears on her windshield bearing the same threats her attacker made, Shelby realizes that her nightmare has only just begun. As new evidence surfaces and a group of well-meaning senior citizens accidentally makes the case go viral online, the situation quickly goes from bad to worse, and with suspicions accidents targeting those closest to her happening all over town, Shelby can't shake the feeling that she's being watched. Fighting to stay one step ahead of the disaster, she finds herself asking the question on everyone's lips: who attacked her that night? That part alone just got me. I was like, oh, we need to solve a mystery, and I had to pick it up. So I grabbed this one. I hope it's good. I'm hoping it's super twisty and it's also really short. It's like less than 300 pages. So this is going to be like a super quick read, and I'm hoping it's really good. But pick this one up. The next book I picked up is one of my favorite horror authors, Darcy Coates. I picked up her Gallow Hills book. I'm currently reading her Black Winter series, and I've also read The Haunting of Ashburn House by her, and I love her writing, and I want more spooky books by her, so I picked up this one because it sounds pretty crazy. It's like she inherits her family's winery, and something about that it just gives. It's giving. So I'm hoping it's going to be super creepy, super spooky, and just gives me the thrills that I want. So I had to pick this one up because I really love Darcy Coates. So, and then the last book I picked up is Lotus by Jennifer Hartman. I read her Still Beating book maybe like 2 years ago now. I think I read it a while ago, and it was the only book I read from her, and I really enjoyed it. Like, that story was so crazy, so intense, just a wild ride, and I really enjoyed it. So I've heard a lot of great things about this one as well, so I thought I'd pick it up. This one I didn't know what it was about, so I had to read the back of the cover, but it says, "To the rest of the world, he was the little boy who went missing on the 4th of July, but to Sydney Neville, he was everything. Her heart hasn't been the same since her best friend disappeared, but she's learned to build her life around that missing piece. 22 years later, the last thing Sydney expects is for Oliver Lynch to return. Having been captive underground for decades, he's unfamiliar with the strange new world that awaits him. But he's alive. He's here, and no matter how he's changed, he and Sydney both feel the connection that runs between them. But as their reborn friendship begins to feel like something more, Sydney and Oliver realize they are still jagged, painful truths creating space between them. The walls Sydney has built don't want to come down, and as Oliver hunts for his missing memories and lost time, he realizes his nightmare is not over yet. With nothing as it seems, is there space for love to bloom in this dark place?" It sounds so good, and I'm really excited, and I'm hoping it hits just as hard as Still Beating, because that book was so crazy, and I'm excited for another one by this author because, like I said, that was the only book I've read, so I'm excited to get to this one. But yeah, those are all the books I got. I'm so excited to get to each of these books. Like, I want to rearrange my TBR to include like half of these books. So hopefully I'll get to these soon because I'm so excited. But I am trying to get through my big TBR first, so I think what I'll do is I'll just like mix them together and try and make sure I'm like getting a little bit of new but also a little bit of what I already have. But it's so hard because there's so many good books coming out that I want to get, and it's so hard for me to decide what I want to read, so I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these books I've picked up, please let me know which ones I should read right away because I need to know which ones I need to prioritize, and let me know if any books that are coming out that are high on your anticipated list because I need to know what books I need to keep an eye out for as well. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you would like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.